duper happy to welcome you guys back to a brand new episode of WandaVision Cast. I am once again joined by my lovely co-hosts Gabe and Dean as we go on ahead and react live to the newest episode of WandaVision. This is episode number 8, the penultimate episode. Guys, excited? Finale next week.
Well,
excited.
I mean, do we know for sure? Do we actually? I have a question for you guys. Do you think there's not an extra episode? You think that was just like a hopeful rumor?
Yeah, I think it was just next week's the end.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's what most likely is the case. But it is weird how some people were like, because apparently Disney Plus like tweeted or something like where they said like 2 more episodes to go, and some people are interpreting that as like, oh, it doesn't count this week's episode, so it's like there's another episode after that. But I
think
doubt
they're
it.
counting. No, especially with the big reveal of who the villain is. Like,
Well, also the other thing is like people were saying before this that Disney had confirmed that the episodes were going to be an hour long, but that's not true. Obviously, it's not an hour long.
Dang, people are 0 for 3 now.
Unless if there are no credits, or they like add them on.
Although to be fair, this is the longest episode of the season. It looks like 47 minutes.
Max, a couple people in chat are saying that it's 10 confirmed. I don't know where they're seeing that. Like,
okay, yeah. So I don't know where
it's from.
That. Yeah.
Can you tweet it at me, Darth? At here be Gabe. Can you tweet me that? And
yeah.
Apparently, it's confirmed by Disney in a teaser, and this is from Small.
But that teaser, read the teaser. Like the teaser basically says 2 more episodes to go, and people are interpreting that as like this week's episode doesn't count. I'm like, why would this week's episode not count?
This week's episode counts.
Yeah. So if 2 episodes to go, then it's like I think you guys are like trying to will this into existence, but it's not going to happen. I hate to be a party pooper, but
yeah, I'm with you.
All right. So with that in mind, guys, this is a big episode. Of course, we left off on a massive cliffhanger last week where we saw Monica Rambeau get what we assume get hit, right? I don't, because they just kind of like cut to black, right? But we assume she got hit by Pietro or whoever the heck he is. So we'll see how that plays out. We obviously saw the reveal of Agatha and the possible disappearance of the kids. So lots of crazy stuff happened last episode. We'll see how the story unwinds. But before we get to that, we have our very highly accredited segment known as WandaVision memes. And that's what we're going to kick things off with. We're going to kick things off with some Yo, let's go, Dean. Let's hear it. You made a little jingle for me.
Well, I mean...
Go. It's okay. The floor is yours. Go ahead.
I was just going like, WandaVision. WandaVision. Here we go with some Wanda memes. I don't know. That last part was bad. I was like, wait, that sounded better in my head than I does that loud, you know?
Yo, Lin-Manuel Miranda, is that you? Bro.
Yeah, I got him in my closet. He writes all my stuff for me.
No, nobody got that? That was a musical joke.
I know.
Okay.
I of course got that. I love musicals.
I don't. Okay. So our first meme is from Steve for Hire. We're gonna start a little bit sad here, so sorry about that, but we got to do it. Here we go, guys. First one is this. First one's got to be a sad one.
I don't want to be sad.
What do we think about that?
Steve for Hire. Up yet. Oh my god.
Oh man.
What do we give that one a rating?
Oh man.
Chat, let's get some crying emojis in the chat.
Yo, that's
F to pay respect.
Can we get some F's in the chat?
Yeah.
That's a good 7.5 right there.
Yeah. I was gonna give it a 7.5 as well.
By the way, I don't want to like set the table too strong, but this is by far the best week of memes we've gotten. Like you guys knocked it out of the park, everybody.
All right. Well, last 2 weeks have been weak, so I'm hoping we get something good.
Had no
Make up for it.
Yeah. Dean, did you give this one a 7?
Yeah, 7.5. I also really like this one.
I'm giving it an 8 for Sparky. I love dogs, so it got me. Next, the next one
that they picked.
Yeah, I know. That's why it was perfect. So the next one is our anticipation of Reed Richards appearing in the show. And this one was submitted by I have the this is Emerald YT. He submitted this one. This is our hopes and dreams being crushed by who in the heck was Goodner? Seriously, I looked it up even after, and I was like, bro, like out of all the, who's the space scientist? Ooh, the space engineer. Oh, maybe it's this character. Oh, maybe it's that. Oh, hi, I'm Goodner. Like, what was that? Very anticlimactic, Marvel. Also, let's give that one a rating. What do you guys give it? 7?
Like,
Okay.
yeah, that's below Sparky, but I still
I'd give it a 5.5.
Oh man.
Okay. Wow.
I wasn't holding on to the Reed Richards thing, so it didn't hit home for me.
I was never holding on to it either, but
I was. I'm holding on to the Ghost Rider.
I like the actually no, I'll change mine. I'll give it a 6.5 because I like the little purple, the pink blob. That part's funny.
Okay.
I give it a 7.
Here, can I address Darth? That thing you tagged me and did that. Like, I think they're counting this episode. It's this episode and the next one.
Exactly.
That's it too. It's the same thing that no.
Come on, guys, learn how to count. Okay, this next one is fantastic. This one's from Ozzy Wild. This is, first of all, I need to know, you guys have both seen John Wick?
I've seen the first 2.
Okay, so then it would make sense. I hope you can see what's happening there. So it's Agatha with the gasp saying, and I killed Sparky too. Cut to.
Hey, there you go. That's what the MCU really needs.
Everybody wanted him to appear in the MCU, right? So maybe he just popped up as John Wick. If you ever heard a dog, John Wick's coming after you.
Just
and me too.
Gabe is not Jay Shock Blast. No.
No.
That's Jay.
Yeah,
Gabe.
Hey, my channel name is Jay Shockless, but I go by Gabe.
Yeah.
So what do we give this one?
I give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm up there with the 7.5. Like anything Sparky related, I'm with it.
Me too. I would give it 7.5. Okay.
I'm still waiting for the perfect meme, honestly.
Other
than the one from last week.
Well,
yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It was about you.
Oh, true. That is the perfect meme.
So this one is gonna have to be one of those ones where it's like it's tough because of the scale of it. Because I need to like sort of scroll down for it to work, but this is by far, in my opinion, the best meme I've seen this season. So here we go.
Dang.
So it's a reference to Agatha doing the whole scene of her, I actually bit a kid once. Right? So it goes from cut to this. Remember how it was a purple spider?
Mm-hmm.
Cut to this. And then cut to this. This, I don't know how we have not got Agatha all along for just everything. Like there needs to be memes for this for everything. It's a genius level. This is.
I think I saw this one on Twitter. This was really good.
I'm giving this one a 9. Powerful meme.
Yeah, I'm not giving it a 9.
I'm giving it a 9.
I'm at an 8 probably. Also, your chat got jokes today.
Really? They're coming through with the roasts?
Okay. Yeah, they're being silly.
Listen, sometimes they gotta keep us humble. Dean, what do you give it?
I was also at an 8. I'd say 8 out of 10 as well.
Fair enough.
That's a good one. It's a good one.
Okay, so with that in mind, before we hop into the episode, any final like predictions like we usually do, or are we ready?
I think we hop into it. I mean, we're kind of on that cliffhanger, right?
Yeah. We've been told, just so you guys know, there's a post-credit scene again. So they said it in chat. So yeah.
Okay.
Good to know. All right.
Just
before we start, I just want to open up the timer.
Yeah. So just a quick clarification for you guys. Once again, if you want to go on ahead and watch along with us, basically, I'm going to count down from 3 to 1. Once I say go, that's the point at which you're supposed to go on ahead and press play. So for now, get your timer set to 000 on Disney Plus, and we're going to go on ahead and get started here in just a moment. Are you guys ready?
I am ready.
I'm ready.
Gabe, you good? Okay.
Yes,
here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And away we go, ladies and gentlemen.
I think the timer should be good. Yep, it's right there.
Oh, by the way, did you guys notice that little Easter egg of like when they were doing the Halloween thing of like Pietro telling her how they like went trick-or-treating? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Do you remember when, like, in the Halloween episode where Pietro was telling her, like, "Oh, remember when we were going trick or treating?"
Isn't it when that episode he got blasted?
It was like a flashback. Yeah, that was the episode.
Mm-hmm.
So there was apparently an Easter egg there where they were dressed up as Nick Fury and Black Widow, which makes no sense because, like, how are they aware of their existence?
They also confirmed that Pietro's hair is a Easter egg for Wolverine, which is silly because that's just kind of how it was in the comics too. No, but the creators confirmed it. They're like, yeah, that was kind of a Wolverine thing. It didn't make any sense to me either.
Okay, interesting, I guess.
Bro, that's that's like saying, "Oh, dude, they're holding 3 knives. It must be Wolverine claws."
Who am I to argue with the people making the show?
That's true.
I mean, come on, dude. Okay, fine.
Max is just skeptical of everything. I don't think I've seen one show lately he hasn't been skeptical of.
Ooh, it's purple instead of red. You see that?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Who's this?
Agatha all along. Salem, Massachusetts, 1693.
1693. Bro.
The year that I was born.
So she's old.
A little bit.
She looks great. For that age? She's like 300 years old, my guy. Who's that?
It's probably how she became a witch.
So these are probably other witches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her little smirk.
Yeah. Am I the only one that feels like they're saying horse monster?
Oh, I hear it now. Now that you said that, I hear it now. I hear them say it louder and louder now.
They're like, horse monster, not to die. Horse monster, not to die. Holy.
I'm a little confused. But I feel like that's the premise of the show.
Establish, yes, a little bit of like origin for her.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
I feel like that made sense, especially after the reveal.
Whoa.
Oh, so is the magic generally supposed to be blue?
Looks like it.
And then her magic is purple, natural? Or dark?
Well, you heard her say, I don't know if I can
control the forbidden one magic?
Me. Whoa. What are those?
Holy.
Okay.
Killed like 6 people. Oh, that looks like Wanda's thing from her costume.
Kind of, a little bit, yeah. It's definitely some sort of crown. It's got to be some character that I'm just not recognizing.
Well, it doesn't matter now.
So did she just like take their powers essentially?
No, well, I don't think so. I think she just killed them. She was already a witch, she said.
That's true.
I love the expressions she had, like these just micro little like. She's just so like casual about it. Like, yep, okay, well, I guess that didn't work out. I tried to be nice. Oh, and there's the little thing she has. You know how she always had that little whatever it is, amulet or whatever.
Yeah, that. Yeah. The rabbit.
Just like her son couldn't read her mind, remember?
Mm-hmm.
But mine works perfectly.
I was actually looking at those last episode.
Pietro.
Pietro.
Great joke. So they literally just swerved us.
Yep. Yep. Completely. What is that? The cicada?
There's that cicada, yeah.
Yeah.
From last episode, remember?
Yeah, on the wall. Oh, is this the reveal? Never mind. Oh, that's creepy.
It's just protein.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
Bird? Oh, it's a bird now.
Yep. Oh.
Oh my god, the bunny. It's
She
not a
turned
bunny.
it back.
That's not a bunny. That's for sure.
Whoa.
Oh. Holy smokes.
Dude, she's great.
Yeah, I was just thinking that she's doing it really well.
Is she gonna create her kid out of that?
No, I mean she said repeat memory.
Oh.
Yeah. So, okay, yeah. So they're literally just gonna be like looking at her memories and just
Well, this is
torturing
what
her,
we
I
were
guess.
saying before. Remember, like that will probably be a moment where we'll get to see the all the events of the show, but from like
A
the
different
other
perspective.
side. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they mean the show.
Well, we'll see, I guess.
Oh.
Bro, are they gonna show us Magneto?
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Because this looks like Sokovia, sorta.
But she's older, isn't she? Wouldn't her parents be dead now?
This is a flashback. Remember, she said memory.
Yeah, that's not Elizabeth Olsen.
Oh. Oh, you're right. It's not.
That's Magneto, I suppose, or maybe adopted parent.
Yeah, that doesn't look like Magneto. Oh, hey.
All the shows. So he was selling VHS, like of all those shows. That's why she was
they look like DVDs.
DVDs, Gabe.
That's
Bro,
what they look like.
Sokovia.
Dude, they're DVDs.
Okay, they're DVDs.
It's like I saw the boxes.
What did you say, Blockbuster?
No.
That's cool.
Oh, you see? That's why she used those shows. Yeah, we had carpets on
there
the wall like
shots
that in
outside?
Ukraine.
Oh, yep.
It's Sokovia. There's wars.
Just right outside. Jeez.
What is it?
The Dick
Dick
Van
Van
Dyke
Dyke.
Oh.
episode 1.
That makes sense now. Things are coming together.
It was a DVD. Dang it, Gabe.
They look like DVDs.
Yeah, they did look like DVDs.
Listen, bro, I only see VHS and Blu-rays. So this is like literally like that
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
one. Holy.
It's all that repressed trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like the only like happy moments, I guess, of her life, right?
And that's why she wanted it to be in her own like TV show.
Yeah, this is kind of depressing, guys.
Well, I mean, I think that's the point.
That's a lot of nuts. Oh, jeez, that
Whoa,
scared
okay.
the heck out of me.
I wasn't expecting that either.
Okay, I gotta
How
turn
could you,
down
how
the
could you
audio.
expect a random explosion? No one expects that.
Okay, that's a little too loud.
Oh, right. A missile hit her home, right? A Stark Industries
Probably-
missile?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, probably Stark Industries one, yeah.
Oh,
There it is.
There it is. Yep.
Вы не можете. Kind of sounds like Russian a little bit.
A little bit.
Like we can't.
There's a few words that sound familiar.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what language it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
It's Sokovian, Max.
No, I mean like the like.
No, I know.
Whoa.
Wasn't it 3 before?
I don't remember.
Hmm.
What's behind door number 2?
Was the Hydra
That's
thing?
Hydra.
So.
Yeah.
The
This
experiment.
is where. Yeah.
Yeah. See some Tesseract action. Oh, there it is.
Do you see Tesseract?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
right there.
it's right there. Yeah. Right, because that's how they got experimented on, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can just see Agatha trying to like put more pressure on her.
Yeah, we never saw this in great detail, so it's kind of.
We only ever
Cool.
really heard about it.
Whoa.
What?
Mind Stone.
I thought the Tesseract was its own stone.
Bro, what?
What is happening? Who is that?
It looked like Scarlet Witch. She had like the classic.
Oh, yeah.
costume.
You're right. The horns and everything.
Whoa, it's like they don't look at that. It's like it skips frames. She just immediately like
Just
is on the ground.
drops, yeah. Sawdust or rags or something? Holy. Oh, it's an actual kid. Just a doll. Oh, that's not terrifying.
She really loves sitcoms.
This is where she was in lockdown.
Yeah, Avenger.
Yeah,
Watching sitcom.
bro. Has she heard of streaming?
That IKEA furniture though.
So now the sitcoms obviously make a lot of sense.
uh
It's not that kind of show. It's a good line for this show. Do you think the Scarlet Witch is trapped inside her in the Mind Stone and locked it? And like that's how she's supposed to end up being?
Possible.
that, or I feel like the Mind Stone brought Scarlet Witch to her because they maybe are like compatible.
Well, it seems like she was that before.
Yeah, Vision be reigning fact over here. That's the moment where she fell in love with him. Boom, right there. Clip that. Put that on TikTok.
I mean, this isn't a sad. Well, I guess it's sad if you think about the current moment.
Husband.
Jeez. She...
There's one more door.
Oh, no door this time. I guess that's technically the door.
That's a
Yeah,
door.
I was
Sure.
like, I thought they teleported like directly into it. I'm like, oh wait, no, it's just right there. So wait, so even this was all Agatha?
No, Agatha's
No.
trying to figure out how it happened.
I guess she was wearing a different costume.
Oh dang! So they never even let her like
Mourn the loss.
have take the body. You know? Look at that rage in her eyes. He's like, "You better tell me the truth."
Buzz.
Buzz.
Oh, they've had a.
Wait, but that's
Are
not
you
how
sure
he
this is
told
a
the story.
memory though?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a memory.
He never told us that they had an encounter. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
He just said that she broke in.
That's why I was like, are you sure this is a memory? But yeah, I guess we just didn't know. Yeah.
It's a memory.
It just Hayward being shady.
Oh wow. Dang, what a shady guy.
Ding ding ding.
I think we know what that project of his was now.
Such different perspectives.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
I mean, really, guys.
Nick, what do you think is gonna happen?
She went toe to toe with Thanos. You think 4 guns are gonna stop her? Is anybody cutting onions in here? What's going on, people?
I don't like seeing that head just like that.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's
so
so
like
true.
I like shivers up my spine when that happened. Oh, not a single
Wait, so
person in their
she
car.
didn't-
Oh, it's a parking lot.
Yeah, she didn't take the body.
So what was that video
So
that
she
Hayward
lied to
played
it.
for everybody?
Oh, well, yeah, we saw video.
Someone lied. I don't think it was her. I think it was Hayward.
Yeah, Hayward would be kind of shady like that.
There's New Jersey.
Yep. Westview.
I guess it would be interesting why this place.
I'm sure the envelope will tell us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if the envelope is why she drove here to begin with. Like maybe something told her to go here.
Your boy, Max.
He's back.
Pivot.
Oh, the mailman, always a delivery guy.
Yep.
Yep.
Probably DoorDash or something or Uber Eats.
That city doesn't look like it has either.
Well, they probably didn't want to give them free advertising. I wonder if this house is from one of the sitcoms. Like this is where like there used to be a house or something. To grow old in property deed.
That's the house that they're living in, yeah. Like in the
Wanda Maximoff and
the
Vision.
Mm-hmm. Was this a plan that they had before? But I guess she didn't know about this, maybe, at all.
Who left that envelope?
But like, yeah, but who would have left that envelope if they didn't have like this pre-planned before?
Well, someone left it.
Well, not only that, they wrote in it to grow old in.
Unless if it was there all along and this was
Well, that's
just
what
their
I mean.
plan.
Like they had a plan pre Thanos to do this. Oh.
He's like, I want a house for a reasonable price. That's what sent her off. She's a true millennial.
Oh my goodness.
The only way to get a house for a reasonable
Yeah.
price is to
build it yourself.
1950.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta set up a hex. This is ridiculous.
I mean, I guess she's right. She didn't really know how it happened. It just kind of just happened.
There's the Mind Stone though. Cause you see that
Yep.
yellow there?
The yellow.
It's Vision.
Oh.
Wait, so she didn't steal the body. She literally
made it.
rebuilt.
Oh, is it because of the Mind Stone interaction from before? Wait, but does that mean that Vision does live?
Yeah, then we're getting Vision on Vision action. If there's two Visions now.
Whoa.
Because Vision is the only thing created out of nothing.
The babies.
I mean, yeah. I mean, other than that, but this is before the babies. She's in color, oddly enough, though.
Not anymore.
Oh, not anymore. They're gonna change the aspect ratio?
I love Paul Bettany.
Who's that? Oh, Jesus. I saw red. I freaked out. I thought Mephisto. I legit thought Mephisto. I was like, bro. Who? But they're on a set, you see?
Mm-hmm.
So who's the director?
Agatha, wasn't it? Right?
So Agatha.
Huh? What?
She's the Scarlet Witch.
Mm-hmm.
That's the myth.
Yep. That's where it looks like it's gone.
Finally.
There we go.
Holy moly.
All right. Well, there's, I guess, the big reveal of the show.
There's post credits. Post credits. Chat told us.
Yep.
Post credits.
Yeah. What are they at? It's like a minute, I think, out.
Dang.
It's about 2 minutes.
Okay. I'm already taking back some of the problems I had last episode.
Jeez.
Because they did do what I said. They needed to have her create this. It would be lame if it was Agatha. And this makes my theory correct about the fact that she's so powerful that she doesn't even realize it. I think that whole flashback scene at the beginning was those witches probably suspicious of the fact that Agatha was the Scarlet Witch.
But it wasn't the case.
But now Agatha finds that, like, the real Scarlet Witch, and she, which is why we saw that, like, her look as the Scarlet Witch in that Mind Stone scene, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was her.
Now, my only thing is, like, the Vision scene where Vision got completely, like, fully recreated. But then throughout this show, we've seen a few times where she's seen him hollow skulled.
But that's just, like, her mental state being so fragile at
Yeah.
this point, right? Because she saw Pietro,
But
like,
is it
with
like
bullet holes and stuff.
Is it like she sees him like he's real, but like every now and then when she's like so distraught, she sees him as that like destroyed head, like a PTSD? Because it's like other than the kids and him, like everything else has changed from one thing and then just become another thing.
Here we go. Isn't this we're gonna get?
Yeah, I'll be in a moment.
I hope we see Monica.
Yeah,
Or
yeah. What
Pietro.
happened to her?
Or Pietro.
Pietro.
There's everybody's favorite, Hayward. What's he looking at? Is it Vision?
They still have the body.
Right?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Is it Vision? Did they make it work?
Oh, holy. Stark Industries. I guess.
Dude, I think they got Vision to work.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I guess who is he now? I guess if he's not Vision.
Blue Vision. Blizzard.
Blizzard.
Oh my goodness. You know who he is?
Dr. Manhattan.
So what are they using as a power source, though?
Oh my goodness.
What in the world are they using as a power source?
The drone. The drone was charged with energy. They withdrew the energy from the power source, which is Wanda's chaos magic. And so then the chaos magic powers up Vision, just like she's created a Vision.
Yeah,
they just
and using
took the
that
power source and powered up the real Vision.
Hmm.
That could be Ultron.
Could be like Ultron 2.0.
Because Ultron never really died.
That's why they keep suggesting this movie.
Yeah, because it's actually the final villain.
Look, let it play. Like, skip to the end, Max, and let it see. Like, it suggests Ultron.
It did for me as well.
It exclusively suggests Age of Ultron.
Literally.
See.
Wait, but I thought, so who took over Stark Industries now? Like, are they back to making weapons?
I have Age of Ultron as well. What the heck? And I have Star, so you'd think you'd recommend me some other stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, Pepper Potts.
Wow.
Is the one that was supposed to be in charge of Stark now, but man, I don't know what's happening.
That just seems so strange to me that there was a weapon built by. I thought the whole point is they shut that part down.
No, but that wasn't a weapon.
The only thing I'm confused about, how did they create that video clip of her breaking in and? Oh, I guess we never saw her like.
No, we just saw the break. Yeah. Hayward says she broke in, stole Vision, and we see her break the glass.
Yeah, you're right. Dude, I love that they didn't do the stupid thing of like, oh, Agatha had her mind control, because that's where I thought we were going. Especially when at the beginning she did the teasers of like mind control and all that. I was like, bro, that is exactly what I don't want it to be. I love the fact that it is like her just snapping. Like, I love the fact that they show that the thing that kept her from maybe even snapping after Pietro dies was that little conversation with the Vision on the bed, right? Like, what is lost? It's the preservation of love, like that little scene. But then it's like when she loses Vision, there was nobody there to do that.
Do we want a little bit of an answer for something? Groovy Cookie says, read the comics and you know who he is in reference to Blue Vision. Do we want to know? Should we ask Groovy Cookie?
Groovy Cookie, drop that knowledge on.
Yeah. He says it's not, because people were joking Silver Surfer. That was a joke, but
no,
he says it's not Groovy Cookie. Who is it?
Groovy Cookie, let us know. Drop some knowledge on us. So what'd you guys think?
I enjoyed it.
I honestly, I'm very surprised how dark they. Like, this show's been creepy all along, but that was by far like the creepiest episode so far, right?
Yeah.
Just imagery of like
it started with
pulled apart a Vision, that whole sequence, the
Cicada,
bug,
bro. Yeah.
Like the overall design of her, like Agatha being super creepy.
All of her little like details of her face and stuff, like those super creepy emotions and stuff.
Like, do we like the idea of her almost like doing this out of like, she's not necessarily like quote unquote evil. It's almost like she's aware of what chaos magic is and how powerful Scarlet Witch could be if she does, especially if
she doesn't control it.
She has no way of controlling it. That she's going out of her way to like stop her. Not because in the comics, like Agnes is not. She's her mentors, right? Gabe.
Yeah. In some iterations,
so she's not like necessarily evil, right? So because of that, is she just going out of her way to like? Because there is a little bit of like discrepancy there at the beginning of like, what was that sequence with the witches? I feel like it's probably the idea that they were worried that she is the Scarlet Witch, and so they felt compelled to take her down.
They accused her of what she said that she trifled with like the darkest of magic.
Yeah. Was that the chaos magic? Yeah, that's what I assumed as well.
Because you can see that Agatha is most interested in like figuring out like, how the heck did you like this, like how she called her junior level witch, figured out how to do a hex at this caliber. Because you can see like Agatha is almost like an old school witch. Like, she has to have you within the runes. She has to do like little bug stuff, but she can't do like the full on like crazy.
And that's what going back was all about, trying to figure out how it happened, because she had no idea. We have an answer. White Vision apparently is a thing in the comics, and created by Hank Pym in the comics. Obviously not the way White Vision is created here, but it's a synthezoid with like no memory or anything. It's just Vision body, and I guess now Hayward's gonna tell it what to do.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna weaponize it probably.
And then it's gonna probably turn on Hayward and the normal cliche.
No. I mean, it might not. Cause
it might not. But
it seems like it's.
I'm happy with the direction. because I was really worried that based on last episode that it was going to be like, oh, it was Agatha all along. Let's just mind control and whatever. So
I'm happy there was a swerve because like it was getting like way too predictable, right? Like because everybody was saying, "Hey, Agatha," right, since the very beginning, and I hated that that's where it was going. Like Agatha's the big bad, and clearly that's not the case anymore. Now we see White Vision. We could never guess that. So I think that that's really cool. I love that they swerved and maybe we're in for an ending that no one's predicted, which that'll be fun.
That would be
do
interesting.
you think that when she had that sequence of like, because when she was recreating Vision, it was like it wasn't coming out of chaos magic, it was coming from the Mind Stone, right?
That's what it looked like. That's
chaos magic is red usually, right? Like whereas it was yellow. So it was like, did she have part of the Mind Stone stored in her? And it's almost like by separating Vision out of her body, she does not have this like Scarlet Witch. But if they ever like go back together, like if she reabsorbs that Vision the way that she created him, is that what's going to be the trigger point and she turns into Scarlet Witch?
Possible,
but what about that hex now? Like,
because all that's still happening.
Yeah, like isn't that only possible because of the Scarlet Witch powers?
No, but what I mean is like, it's like she has the powers, but she's not Scarlet Witch, like in terms of where she has the full-on like ability of controlling it and wielding it. But when she reunites with Vision, that's what's gonna like give her access to the power and full control over it. Because it's almost like Vision, because she creates him out of whatever it was, the Mind Stone or whatever. To an extent, maybe that's the part of her that's like preventing from letting the whole thing go to just complete chaos, right? Is the fact that she has that component to her.
I mean, it was all meant for Vision, right? Like the whole thing was meant to get Vision back, even though she didn't know that she could do it, right? Like ultimately.
Well, I that's the thing. Like where we see that, I guess, like you said, Vision and the kids are the only things that are like created out of thin air, quote unquote, right?
Yeah. Well, the weird part is that like Vision is kind of understandable if she had an interaction with the Mind Stone, if the Mind Stone was like a part of her. Like I don't know, you could really make a case and stretch that case out, but like the kids don't make any sense to me at all because they just like it was like they're just there. And they aged too, so we saw them as kids.
She could have created them like the same way that she did Vision.
But we saw them age. And we saw the actual...
They age themselves.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's just like those two things just seem so strange to me.
Yeah, I have no idea how they're going to wrap it up in one more episode. Like, as far as like... I mean, we're obviously due for a big battle because this ends on a big battle. Also, where's Monica this whole time? Like, while this episode is unfolding? And Pietro.
Do you not...
We haven't...
What?
Huh? No, go ahead.
I said we haven't seen him anymore. I said we weren't going to see Evan Peters so much no more, man.
Didn't we see him when he fought, or when like Monica came?
And only in the post-credit scene?
Oh,
he's
post-credits,
like, she opens the thing to the basement, and he's like, Snooper's gonna snoop or whatever.
Snooper's gonna snoop.
Remember?
How do you guys feel? And they said this maybe even 4 weeks ago. They said there's a reason why it's sitcoms, and now we see the reason why it's sitcoms. How do you guys feel about that paying off?
I mean, that's what. Remember, like, again,
you said that.
Kind of predictable.
It's one of those things like where it sort of like made sense that there would have to be a reason, right? Like, because otherwise it's like too random.
Yeah.
And again, it does seem like it's like her comfort food, you know, like where she's like in all this like trouble, it's like she escaped to that.
That's why it's
world,
a different decade each episode too.
And because like you see how she remember when she said that line where she was like, "Oh, when the episode is over, you realize that it's all like it was all a nightmare and it was all just a dream." So it's like it's I think to her it's almost like, oh, if I could live the way that they live in the sitcoms, it's always going to end well. Like everything's going to be a-okay. You can never get hurt, right? Like in the Malcolm in the Middle thing, like where the thing falls on him and she's like, it's not that kind of show. So it's the same idea that she wanted to kind of create like this world where she couldn't get hurt finally. Because in the real world, she can't help but always be hurt over and over and over, right? So I guess like when we really think about it, like this episode also did not like good point from Crazy J. We didn't see Vision either, or Darcy, or Monica, or
it was purely
Pietro.
about Agatha and Wanda.
So like they have a lot to do next, right?
Well, that's why doesn't it feel like there's gonna actually be maybe another episode?
Like a 10th one?
Just based on like how much is going, like unless the next episode's like an hour and 10 minutes, like I don't know how they fit it all
We keep saying
out.
that and they won't do it.
And they won't do it. This is the longest episode by far. So
yeah, with 18 minutes of credits.
You know, exactly. So it's like it almost feels like there actually might be another episode just because of how much is going on.
I don't know.
I wouldn't bet on it though.
Yeah, we definitely. I guess the thing that I would then ask also, this show has to tie into Multiverse of Madness, correct?
How does it happen?
Now that we know that Pietro just was like Marvel messing with us, because it's like within that Marvel universe, they didn't know that Evan Peters played Quicksilver, right? So it's like that was just a complete like swerve, clearly, right?
Yeah.
Man,
yep.
I don't know what Agatha knows. Agatha seems to have a bunch of knowledge.
Yeah.
But she literally says, what did she say on the episode? Like I don't remember the exact line, but she said
she said that she could that traditional necromancy was out of the question because the real body's in another country, and
it's full of holes.
It had bullet holes. Yeah, bullet holes.
So you want to tell me that it's easier to bring somebody through a multiverse than necromancy?
It's not. No, it was more of that she made it like an illusion. But how she knew what he looked like, that's beyond me.
No, but she made him look like Quicksilver and gave him those powers.
That I can't tell you like how that happened or why that's the case. But she made an illusion. That's what she said.
Okay, so I will say that I think it's a complete swerve by Marvel.
It's a red herring. It's Marvel messing with us.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I don't think that Evan Peters like is the Quicksilver from Fox.
I
don't think that's what it is. I think they were just clever to do that. So with that in mind, that means that we actually haven't gotten anything to the multiverse.
Nope.
Which means that this next episode has to also introduce that.
They like introducing things right at the end. Like even like if it is the last episode, we get
like the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, check it out. There's another Vision. Let's go, baby. It's W Vision.
It's W Vision.
It is.
Yeah, it's
Vision. It's Vision. It's White Vision.
No, but dude, this next episode's gonna be super sad.
And it's gonna be like 2 hours long.
So Gabe, wait, are you sticking to the fact where you think her kids are not making out of this?
Yeah, and Vision's not making out of either. I
agree with Vision. I
think now I see the purpose of the show. You kept asking what's the purpose of the show.
Yeah.
I think the purpose of the show is to
teach
except
Wanda, for getting us to sign up for Disney Plus.
No, yes, is to teach Wanda acceptance. Like this is how she gets over everything. I feel like there's a big Vision on Vision battle, and Vision wins. But then at the end, like when the hex has to go down, maybe real quote Vision doesn't make it out, and it's about just Wanda accepting.
Oh, like she has to give up Vision by closing like the hex almost.
Yeah, or maybe she keeps the kids, maybe. But I still think the kids don't make it out. But I don't know. I feel like that's what the show ends up being.
I think my theory about her turning evil is still there. Because imagine this, that as she puts down the hex, she's Scarlet Witch, and she just does not have control over her powers. And that's how she opens the multiverse.
Wait, but is that her going evil?
Is that really her going evil as much as it is she just can't control it?
Accident.
She just becomes... Well, but that's what I always said. I said that she would have a redemption arc in Multiverse of Madness. It's like she becomes, instead of being Wanda, she becomes Scarlet Witch. And as Scarlet Witch, she does not have control over the entire capacity of her powers, causing the opening up of rifts and dimensions and all that. And you could do in a post-credit scene, you could tease a Tobey Maguire, you could another Spider-Man, whatever you want. And then Doctor Strange being like, hey, what are you doing here or whatever. And then boom, there you go. You're off to Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like if you're saying like that the point of the show is just acceptance, first of all, I think that that's like, sure, it's a possibility, but I think that having her face yet another loss by losing her kids as well and being like, well, you also got to accept this, honey. Like, too bad, so sad. It's like, I almost feel like if she loses the kids as well, that could be the thing that actually does send her like over the edge.
I'm not 100% sure that she does lose the kids. I think she does. I think the kids don't make it out of this. Because it's gonna be, dude. It's gonna be so hard. Like,
Then how
are
are they gonna do anything? Like, Gabe, then where's the multiverse? This is supposed to set up the multiverse of madness. In that world, in the world of this show's about acceptance, where do you introduce multiverse?
I think like it for sure is in the next episode.
Maybe Agatha does it. Like,
I think so too.
I'm saying that Wanda, like, comes to terms with stuff, but Agatha could be doing stuff.
Agatha is clearly not. Agatha is more. She's like the master who's like, she has a lot more control over her power set, over her magic, but she's clearly terrified of Wanda. You could see that she's like petrified over what Wanda is capable of.
Dude, she has her kids tied like dogs. She's not.
That's what I'm. Dude, I get. But she needs the kids. If she was more powerful, she'd go just one-on-one. Let's go.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's.
She's using the kids. No, but what I'm saying is that it means to me that if there's anybody capable of opening up multiverses, it would be Wanda. It would not be Agatha.
What if Vision loses and then she just goes absolutely bananas? Like she loses Vision a third time.
No. Hey, if that happens, she just needs to go back to what Agatha said. She's like, "Hey, relax. You've already lived through this. Like you've done this before, right? So you can't lose them 3 times."
It's still like traumatic, bro. She literally just had like a whole episode, basically PTSD.
I mean,
just hey, remember all those things that sucked about your life? Let's go through them again.
And now watch your husband die a third time after you brought him back. It's like, holy.
She needs to roll her eyes that third time. She needs to roll her eyes that third time, like, yo, man, I've lost him twice. Like, what are you doing? Like, this isn't so bad.
I'm gonna still stick to the whole idea that they're gonna do House of M in reverse. Instead of destroying all the mutants, she will create them by becoming Scarlet Witch. That's it. Like she becomes Scarlet Witch, multiverse is open, all that stuff. You do all of it.
I got so excited.
That's what I'm going for.
So excited for a second when Agatha said, "You have no idea how dangerous you are." I thought she was just say you're a mutant. Like I thought that's what was gonna happen.
But
because she had powers.
She is supposed to be a mutant.
But like,
I mean, she had powers before the stone. No, even here, like she had powers before.
But you don't see Agatha call herself a witch, and like the witches at the start at 1693 or whatever, like they call them a witch.
No, Agatha says yes, I'm a witch.
Yeah, but I'm saying, isn't a witch and a mutant inherently different? Because a witch is like there's a group of people that are witches, which would signify that they're kind of separate from mutants.
Yes, but let's put it this way. Do you remember the time? I
guess that's fair. That's fair.
Maybe like as time goes on, then like people like Hayward will start to referring to people like Wanda
as mutants. Yeah, that's fair.
And they need things like Vision to go on ahead and counter fight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So again, I'm very I'm personally, the last 2 episodes, as you saw, my tone shifted. I was like, bro, they're gonna go the most lame route of Agatha is just like controlling her. And I'm so happy that it was Wanda just snapping when she sees that like house. And like I love that it was just the foundation, because it's like very like symbolic, where it's like, oh, you could have built like your world on this foundation. And then she does. She's like, okay, let's just go bananas over here. And she unleashes the I guess the Scarlet Witch powers, right? And the hex and all that. So I'm excited to see how it plays out. I'm a little bit concerned, like if it goes the route of what Gabe is pitching, then I'm right back to how I felt last episode, where I would be very unhappy if it literally just like Vision on Vision battle, and then Wanda realizing like, oh, what I need to do is just bring down the hex, and then all of these, because it's like, if I bring down the hex, maybe the new Vision loses his power as well. But in order to do that, I'd have to lose my Vision also. So do I bring it down or no? And then if she brings it down, it's like, bro, that would be super duper lame, at least in my opinion. But what do you guys think?
We need 1,000,000% a Vision versus Vision fight.
Yeah, that's happening.
Like, it has to, like, there's no doubt. And I feel like both of them have to lose.
Wait, what? You know how
like,
what does that mean?
Like, I feel like both of them like
Bro, what are you talking about, my guy?
I should have rephrased that differently. I feel like both of them need to be like destroyed. Like I'm trying to like figure out how
I think we're gonna see Vision versus Vision fighting, and we'll see Agatha versus Scarlet Witch. And somewhere Photon's got to pop up with some epic moment.
She can fight Pietro.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean,
also, I guess another quick question for you guys. Do you think we will see then possibly like Nightmare or Mephisto or anybody like that?
I don't think
Are
so.
they somehow in this like whole thing or no?
I think we're too far along.
It really doesn't seem like it, but
yeah, it'd be too late.
Because
yeah.
So I feel like we're past it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they would
like I guess the only thing that I would be like a little bit also confused about is how did did Agatha grant Quicksilver powers? Because he was a speedster.
But she just made him. I mean,
I think the idea is it's an illusion, because like that's what she said, right? Like it's easier to conjure illusions than it is.
If it's an illusion, then how the heck did he knock out Photon? Or like subdue Monica Rambeau?
So
I guess we'll see.
I just think she like manifested him. I don't think it's like an illusion, like actual, as far as like like see through or like no. I don't
Isn't it what she did with the bug though, where she made it look and act like a bird, but it was still just a bug.
And then she fed it to a rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's definitely confusing.
We'll see. Yeah, there's still obviously lots of questions. Before we take a couple of questions from chat, just a few comments. Quick thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. For me, this is back to thumbs up. I'm happy with where they're going right now.
Thumbs up.
Let's go on ahead and take a few questions from chat. So, chat, if you got a few theories, fire them away. We'll discuss.
I have a question for you. We've asked this every week.
Yeah.
But next week seems to be the last episode. Who do we think the surprise?
Oh yeah, there's that big cameo.
It's Doctor Strange, no? Isn't that the most safe one?
But hasn't Vision
Ghost Rider?
I still think it's Nick Fury, but we'll see.
Has he never acted with Nick Fury, with Samuel L. Jackson, Paul Bettany? They've never been in a scene together.
No, I don't think so. Like if we think to Avengers 2.
Really?
I mean, he's for sure been in a scene with whoever we said before Nick Fury. I forget who we said.
I mean, Doctor Strange is the obvious.
But haven't they been literally like in the same scene together? Or no, as well? I can't remember any times they've been together though.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
It could be either of them then.
I mean, the only thing is where it would be interesting, like if they go with Nick Fury, it'll be like, whose side is he on? Because he's working with Sword, right? Yeah. So it's like, is he showing up to like stop Hayward, or is he showing up to back him up and be like, hey, listen, Wanda, like,
okay,
Hayward's got to do what he's got to do.
Also, last yes or no, do X-Men get introduced? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
They better. There needs to be, like I said, like to me, the idea of this show is just about acceptance, lame. Like I would be not happy if it just because to me it's like 9 episodes of like stringing us along, plus constantly them saying that this is the show that's gonna like be the ramp into Multiverse of Madness, without introducing multiverses and or X-Men.
What's the point?
It's to me, it's too.
It would be too niche of a show, like
especially when it's like you're using characters that are already supposed to be X-Men or X-Men adjacent, right? So like Scarlet Witch, you're introducing her kids who are mutants. So it's like you're already there. Just like go all the way.
Yeah, just bring the Hexmen in already.
Exactly, the Hexmen and Ghost Rider.
Max, here, a question from chat. I think this is a good question. Dylan Rowe says, do you think that Wanda is going to get her full classic suit on in the next episode?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you think we see that?
She's going to have an absolutely, pardon my French, badass suit. She's going to have, like, that little thing that we saw. Like, remember when she interacts with the Tesseract and the Mind Stone, and she sees that, like, silhouette? That's her. But that's, like, it's almost like Wanda, like the Scarlet Witch is trapped within her and the Mind Stone unlocks it. So to me, I think we will see a scene of that vision that she creates fuse back with her. And when that fusion happens, that's when we see her walk out with like some epic looking. It's not going to be classic like it looked in the Halloween episode where it's kind of lame. Also, by the way, interesting that in the Halloween episode, she's dressed up very much like in that silhouette. Like she has the little horns and everything. So, and also, Gabe, like you pointed out in that first fight with the witch, that little crown she had, kind of similar, right?
Yeah.
Of that witch that was like floating in midair, firing at Agatha. So maybe maybe they fuse back together, and that's when we see Scarlet Witch walk out with and she just goes berserk mode.
Disney needs to just say something. They gotta tell us if the next episode's the last one.
They really should. They at this point, like,
bro, they're also the ones who said that the last 3 episodes would be an hour long. There was like multiple sources saying that, and then now it's like, unless if there's another 3 episodes.
Yeah, they juked us. Actually,
they're like, hey guys, there's actually, and that's why the Falcon Winter Soldier starts 2 weeks later. It's not actually there's 3 episodes to go.
It actually just perfectly lines up.
Like, that would be banana. Some people were saying, do you think Wanda dies? What do you guys think? Do you think there's a chance?
No.
We know that she's in Multiverse. Oh, I mean, she could still die and be in Multiverse of Madness, I guess.
Yeah.
No, but I know.
I think if she dies, she has to die in Multiverse of Madness. I feel like that would make more sense.
So, last comment before we wrap it up for this week. Do you think, like, coming out of the show, is Wanda the only one that makes it out alive? Like, out of everyone Monica and Wanda.
Monica will be fine.
Yeah.
I don't see why Hayward would die. I don't see why Darcy would die. No.
Well, okay. The people who are within the hex, right? Like the people who you think of, like, as far as like the kids, both Visions, Agatha.
I don't see why the White Vision would die. If the hex, he's not in the hex. He's outside the hex.
He's getting destroyed, bro.
Yeah,
he's getting
the other version's gonna destroy him.
Oh, I believe he's getting destroyed, but I don't think the hex is gonna be the thing that destroys him. I
wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if White Vision kills regular Vision, like within the hex, or like defeats him. That's what makes Wanda like fuse back with the Vision. She unleashes the Scarlet Witch, wipes out that White Vision, just absolutely annihilates that thing. And again, that would also it reinforces like this, because I don't think this Hayward guy is going away. Like, I think that they're going to establish him as like, he's going to be what was his name, Trask or whatever, right? In X-Men, the guy who's like he basically like hates mutants and superpowered beings, and he wants revenge. So it's like you need to give him something to work with. Like, you need to give him another, like, hey, look, you see, so that when he goes to the public and tries to get their support, how do you do that? You let Wanda go berserk, right? Ding, ding, ding.
Yep.
Well, we'll have to wait till next episode and see what happens, if it's 4 hours long, or if it's going to be like 30 minutes.
I'll be happy if next week we have 50 minutes with title credits.
With credits.
We've got like an extra 10 minutes.
No, I feel like the credits were longer this time, weren't they? Like, it still averaged out? Didn't it average out?
Imagine if the episodes are always the same time, they just
but
adding
just
more
credits.
They're like, just put another 25 minutes of credits in there. Let's go. They won't notice. Just put another 25 minutes. So, with that in mind, though, another very good point, by the way, also raised. Joe Carter says, where's Ralph? We have never seen Ralph. That's a very good point, actually. So, that needs to happen.
My other prediction stands. I still think that Dottie has something more.
Well,
I mean, it seems like the ship has sailed on that too, but I'm gonna stick by that.
I don't think so. I think Dottie is going to be, as much as it saddens me, because I was hoping Ross would also have some more to do. But
will be right. That's for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to go on ahead and hit that like button. Thank you so very much for tuning in. We got possibly one more week to go for WandaVision cast. We will find out next week. It is possibly.
How do we not know?
I mean, because I feel like if I say, okay, we're supposed to have one more, but who the heck knows?
No, I think it's silly that we don't know. Like, Disney, come on, man.
Let us know, Disney. But also, dude, very clever. In this day and age, to be able to do this, like to have like such a secret, pretty clever. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a like. We really do appreciate you guys making the time to tune in and watch along with us and discuss and geek out about this absolutely crazy, crazy show known as WandaVision. We'll be back next week for episode number 9. Before we wrap it up, Gamer, let people know where they can find you.
You can find me at Unlimited Magic on YouTube and V Retry. Got a bunch of stuff coming up. A bunch of actually really cool VR stuff has been coming out lately. So come check that out.
Yo, Gabe, let them know where they can find you, man.
Here be Gabe on YouTube and on Twitter. I don't do VR, but PS5 VR is coming.
You're gonna do that?
No,
Possible.
No.
Never mind. No VR content for Gabe. So,
No.
thank you guys so very much for watching. Of course, my name is Blitz. Hopefully, catch you guys here next time. Peace out. See you later.